Next up is Aaron Rapp in the Applied Mathematics program. He'll be talking with us about a lifting of graphs to 3 uniform hypergraphs, its generalization, and further investigation of hypergraph Ramsey numbers. Aaron?
Thank you. So Ramsey theories, which is what I dealt in, first started when Frank Ramsey posed the question, how many people are required at a gathering to guarantee that there will be always 3 mutual acquaintances or 3 mutual strangers? Now, mathematicians have been able to really adapt this idea into a model, and what we do is we use graphs. Now, you have a bunch of examples right here of what graphs are. Now, all you have to think of is just a bunch of dots on a piece of paper, and those are what we call vertices, and lines interconnecting those dots, which are what we call edges. Now, a Ramsey number takes what we call a complete graph, which is all possible combinations of vertices and edges. We're going to color those edges one of 2 colors. We can say red or blue, for example. And we're always going to try to identify what types of substructures will always exist. Now, these aren't really the easiest things to find out. In fact, Paul Erdős, who is a very famous mathematician, considered the Einstein for mathematics, is quoted saying that if evil aliens came to Earth and said they would come back and destroy it in 5 years unless humankind could give them the Ramsey number R55, it'd be the best course of action for all the computer scientists and all the mathematicians to get together and figure out, well, what that number is. But if instead they stepped it up just a little bit and asked for the Ramsey number R66, it would actually be a better course of action to prepare weapons defense systems for the inevitable alien invasion. So this kind of gives you an idea of this concrete wall that we're going up against, and we're essentially picking at it with a plastic fork. So what I have done is I said, all right, well, we're not getting not getting anywhere with just looking at Ramsey numbers. Let's look at them in a setting called R-uniform hypergraphs. Now, an R-uniform hypergraph is essentially the same idea, except when we look at edges, we're going to call them hyperedges. And instead of only connecting 2 vertices, they can connect up to R vertices. Now, through some studies, we've been able to show a connection between Ramsey numbers and hypergraph Ramsey numbers through a lifting that we've been able to find. This is really nice, but we also were like, well, we've been able to generalize essentially some Ramsey numbers. Can we take really important Ramsey numbers that have been proven and also generalize those concepts to R-uniform hypergraphs? We're actually able to do that for a lot of different concepts. Now, what's nice about this is that Ramsey theory is a very new form of mathematics. It's not really well studied, so this is really new, really brand new research. But it's already found some really nice applications in networking, so think of the internet, social media interactions. And when we can generalize it to this R-uniform setting, we open it to a lot more applications to be found. Thank you.